Okay, aloha. Just like to share with you people. This is one project we started out here with in the Pu'uhonua, the Hawaiian village. We started this mala raised bed garden. Starting to raise some taro. Just a beginning. We're looking at raising other different kinds of foods, different varieties for sustainability. Eventually, be raising fish. We have Opaya Hole over here that we protect with some brackish water, fresh water that's coming in. It's all natural. So we're pretty much trying to survive here off of sustainability through our own resources, planting using traditional cultural practices. So even the taro we planted traditional style, about one arm's length apart, for the length of your forearm. So this is a humble beginning. We have aloe, some for medicinal. We're growing some lapa'au with medicines for healing, and also wala food, sweet potatoes and bananas, and different varieties of food. Well, like you said, basically for sustainability, so we can work with our people to sustain life and perpetuate the Hawaiian culture and more in a traditional fashion. So this is just a beginning. This is a one mala. We'll probably be extending the mala with different varieties of taro. So there's more than one variety, and also sweet potatoes. And so this is one of our starting projects that we started here about 2 months ago. And we have been having a lot of outpouring from the community support. People have been donating plants and things like that, and as well as labor. And I'm really happy to see people now actually responding and turning out. Looking forward to doing more here at the Pu'uhonua, building a traditional hale, so we can have our classes teaching Hawaiian traditions, Hawaiian values, Hawaiian philosophy, and basically sustainability is what it's all about.
And we'll continue and take a look at other plots here where things are being grown.
Yes, absolutely. This year what we're looking at is just one of the many Opaya holes over here, the Opaya. This is the Opaya that lives here. Actually is only, that particular species only exists in Hawaiian, in this part of the world. So we wanted to protect that part of our perpetuation of the Hawaiian culture and our values and our resources. And so we started planting all little banana trees around here and there. But the main thing is we're protecting our holes over here, part of protecting and caring for our Hawaiian history. Because this is a food resource, and also for the for bait, for fishing. So eventually we probably turn this place also into a fishing village, being we're right next to the ocean. Part of our plan I'm looking at is also planting limu.
As it once was.
Yeah, as it once was. And if we could too, also go back to having a salt ponds. And the people that reside here, the brothers will be, they'll be the caretakers. They'll be taking care of what we start, and it's for everybody, for the community to have and to share. And we're teaching the proper way how to gather limu, and so that everybody would able to have some limu. And
so what is the importance of this right here, of what we see here, this particular sinkhole? Is there a practice that goes behind it, because it is encircled? So what makes this important, this particular spot right here?
Well, this is also Opaya Ula. Yeah, this is another Opaya Ula hole, where it actually connects us to the aquifer. Actually, the ocean water comes from outside, goes underneath the papa, underneath the reef, and it comes over here and mixes with the fresh water. And so that actually works as a nursery for fish is spawning, and the shrimp, like I said, we can eat, and also is used for bait. And also, there's only part in the world that.
So this will fill up with water during certain times of the season.
Yes, depending on the moon and the tide and stuff like that, it'll vary. And so that's why we kind of mark off the holes with stones like that to keep rubbish from going. Because when they get heavy rain, when it does rain here, all that rubbish and everything, soot, the dirt goes into the hole. It kind of blocks it up. So we have to kind of continuously maintain it, so that keep it clean and all that, as part of the arrangement we have with the people here to so aloha and malama what we do have here. We don't have much, but we're going to take care of what we have.
So what do we have going on here?
They just digging over here, cleaning out this Opaya Hole, and actually discovered water, and actually touching into the aquifer right here. And
Awesome.
a lot of places we have the Opaya holes over here, and some of them are not Opaya but basically sinkholes. So it's not really good for development, like develop per se, like live off the place and backfill and then build houses on it because of the sinkholes. And then also we'd be destroying the natural habitat for the Opaya, and also it is a valuable resource, and it's part of what brings the fish inshore. And you know, we love eating fish.
So right now it's low tide, so there's very minimal water, but this is a viable Opaya hole, and we did get pictures of the Opaya in here as well as the water, and this is a flourishing one. So basically this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to restore the Opaya. And it started with the Opaya, then we started bringing in fruits, vegetables, whatnot, back to sustainability. So basically we want to restore our people using cultural values.
Is that an underground
It's a
stream?
It's like an underground well, yeah.
And you've just
Yeah.
found that, or were they here a long time ago?
It was always here.
It's ancient.
Always here, and you just
Caramba
found it,
para
huh?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, yeah, it was actually ancient. That's why we were trying to protect this place, because it goes way back. And like I mentioned earlier about like village lifestyle, yeah, we pretty much collected and gathered and utilized a lot of natural resources. So that's all we had. Yeah, so we're still trying to, in perpetuity, keep all these things going, working towards sustainability, trying to keep alive and, you know, life.
Tell them about the water. The water.
Yeah. Well, the water, like Brother mentioned earlier about the tide was low, so the Opaya is kind of down there somewhere. But when the tide comes up, we can see them. And it's actually a mixture of salt water and fresh water. And the salt water being heavier would be on the bottom. And even back in the days, there's a lot of places that actually along the shoreline, a lot of nuda spots, my kupuna, nuda spots where you could actually get fresh water in the ocean. Where they actually dive in the water with the ipu vai and go down and collect fresh water, because a lot of times the water was mostly out Mocha and not Makai. So you know, when you're walking along the shoreline, you don't want to dehydrate. So they knew all the spots where you could go and get salt water, and you could tell actually, I mean fresh water, excuse me. You can find fresh water and salt water. It actually looks like heat waves. You can see the fresh water rising in the salt water, and kupuna go there with ipu vai and capture the water and bring it up, and you got fresh water to drink. There's a lot of resources that actually goes back to ancient times that we still try to utilize, but through colonization, occupation, a lot of these places has been destroyed, unfortunately. But it's one of the few places that still remains, and we like to protect. And we already have a village here starting, so we're just gonna grow from there and grow into a strong, healthy community. And we'll be using this place for teaching, like I said, teaching and cultural and whatever Hawaiian philosophy and culture and values, and sharing with the children and teaching sustainability. Through different mea'ai and making your own implements. I'd be in a few weeks. I'll be starting classes over here, teaching make puaka kuyai, stone koi pounders, and eventually make the papa kuyai. And we're already all going to taro, stuff like that. So it's kind of a long-term plan, but we're here for the duration and giving back to the
That's
community
amazing.
and supporting all the future generations.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, that the shark would smell the food, whatever, and they'll draw the shark in. And a lot of people don't realize that what they're doing. So the shark would come in, and a lot of innocent people swimming along the shoreline would not know this, so they can be also susceptible to shark attacks. So I just tell people, just don't wash over there. You do your washing out there, everything like that, because the shark is there, they're doing their job. So over here, we pretty much don't have to worry about that, because we don't dump rubbish into the ocean. And what is also kind of interesting with the Western culture, the system we live under, Like for me, my whole life, my kupuna always taught that the ocean is our refrigerator. Whenever you like eat, you go outside there, you can go gather whatever you own for opihi, limu, seaweed, and or whatever different varieties of fish. Depends what you had the taste for. And kupunas would go do that. And so by excuse me, the system that we live under now, we cannot go do that anymore because of all these restrictions on fishing and stuff like that. So we cannot really live according to the lifestyle, and which is crazy too. That now under the system we live under, they actually use the ocean for a cesspool. So where all our sewage waste, all our waste goes into the ocean. And to me, it's kind of crazy because I was taught from young time that actually, that's where we get our food. And Hawaiian style of dealing with fecal matter, human waste, actually we dug holes and then, put a latrine or whatever, your potty over it, and then you do your business, and when it gets pretty much filled up, then you put a little bit of dirt and you plant on tree. And we just move on. And that way everything goes back to the aina. It's not like I know some people that use human fecal matter for fertilizer, like you say in China. But when they get them, it's fresh on the ground, it's not good because when you water them, it splashes up, goes on the plants, and you can end up getting germs and bacteria. Where all of it is in the ground, so you don't have to worry about it. When the tree grows, whatever, then it's fertilizer. So we don't have to worry about whatever we consume from there being germs or whatever, bacteria. So that was our way of dealing with sewage like that. Now they incorporated dumping all our sewer into the ocean, and now we know, and like pretty much Pacific is like a waste dump. When we look on the internet, you see all the plastic bottles, all kind of garbage is all floating out here, in the middle of Pacific. It's like a waste dump. Everything is going into the ocean now. It's nasty. What are you gonna do now? How will we clean up the ocean when it finally reaches point where you cannot clean it no more? Then what we're gonna do? We're gonna be in a filthy planet. So we gotta take care of this planet now, because unless you have another one we could go to, we're stuck here. So we gotta take care of what we have. So that's why God made us as a caretakers. To Malama, His creation, it's all a blessing that He gave us. The thing is for us to find out how it applies to our life, how we can use like the medicine or foods. All this stuff actually is medicinal because it gives us life, it gives us nourishment. To me, all the food is health food because it contributes to our well-being and gives us life. So we gotta malama all these things.
And it's not fake, it's real.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why I'm trying to do here sustainability from Maka to Makai, and just plant good foods and try to bring back the limu beds and stuff like that, so we can go pick limu and put them as part of our dinner table, or raw fish, or poke and whatever. Just
So,
limu.
Hanale, for the viewing audience, could you let them know what Ono Pono is about? How that translates to what Hawaiians are doing? Is that about how you look at food as medicine, and then have your medicine be your food? Is that anything that is incorporated with what you're doing?
Oh yes, absolutely. Thank you, Jack, for bringing it up. But yeah, that's also true. Like I mentioned earlier, it sustains us, gives us nutrition, value, and maintains our
And
health.
that's what Ono Pono means.
Right.
To be righteous.
Yeah, it's Ono food, and it's Pono, and because it's righteous, we take it from the land, and it's actually helping us to sustain life, and I'll continue to do work for our core. Because we're all brothers and sisters. To me, there's only one race on this planet. It's human. And I don't know why these guys are trying to make all this race-based stuff as well, like BS. We got too much labels on this planet nowadays between religion and politics, all this stuff like that. The Democrats and Republicans fighting amongst each other, and they're supposed to be working for us. But they're not. They're fighting with each other, and because I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. I don't believe what you believe, and back and forth. Same thing with Christianity and Mormon and all these other religions and stuff like that. To me, there's only one true God, and the rest is, I know there's lesser gods pertaining to different cultures and beliefs like that, which is okay by me. But still, yet there's only one true God, and I work for Him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Hanale.
You're welcome.